Hello, friends and lovers. This is pre-recorded Alien, although I guess I am always pre-recorded, especially in this instance. But I wanted to introduce this video a little bit differently because we sort of have a math lesson at the end. I'll have markers on the video if you just want to skip to that, which is probably what the thumbnail is going to be about. But I do have a showing here that I recorded, and I wanted to leave that in here because I get confused in the run. I get distracted, and I don't understand why the damage is what it is. So I end up diving deeper into that after the video's over, and I do have a lesson in terms of how damage is calculated in Hades at the end there. So if that's what you're clicking on, go ahead and zoom ahead to the end. But if you're curious what kind of confused me or why I thought something was wrong, feel free to watch the run. It's still a pretty fun run. Anyway, enjoy the other Haelian here, that jerk, and I'll see you later. Hello, friends and lovers. What's up? It's Haelian, and we're back with the Hades. First of all, happy holidays to one and all. Merry Christmas, etc., etc., etc. I hope you all are having a great holiday. The wife and I will be as well. Perhaps I'll have some stories I can think of if I can for the video. But first, let's talk about what we're doing in the Hades today. So we're going to take out the pierced butterfly, I figured, because it's going to suit well with the plan. So we get plus 2% damage each time you clear an encounter without taking any damage. And we're going to be taking the aspect of Zag for the spear. It's been a long time since I ran this because it doesn't do a lot of things well, but it does do a couple things very well. And we'll talk about that as we get started. Special damage, range, and speed goes up by 25 percentiles. So let's take a look at the mirror here. I haven't actually looked at it yet for this run, so we might change a few things. So this is going to be like kind of a one-button build where you just spam the special as the plan. So you don't really want to have to rely on something like privilege status in this instance then. We could probably do a high confidence with what I'm planning. And we kind of just need like one-ish boon, so we'll leave on God's Pride. It might not be something that... it might not be the kind of thing that we look to get a lot of dual boons. So we don't get to control what god we get. We're also going to swap the fiery presence because explosions cannot backstab generally in Hades, so might as well use fiery presence instead of the backstab bonus there. We're going to do a little bit less heat than normal just for the sake of let's see, how do I describe it? Just for the sake of making sure that we can actually get the bonus from the Thanatos keepsake here. So I'm going to turn off forced overtime. I'll leave benefits package, I'll leave a manual management, I'll leave extreme measures for, I'll leave tight deadline, and we should be fine. Keep the video rolling at a smooth pace, you know? And we've also rigged it just so that the first chamber we get here, we get the exploding launcher hammer. It's been a little bit since we got to use this, especially in the case of Zag aspect. Your special becomes a shot that deals 50 base damage in an area. This is kind of like the one big hammer for this aspect, I should say. If you see this offered and you're running this aspect, it's very good. If you do not see this offered, you might be in trouble. You can get Flurry Jab, which is really, really strong too. So that's the best alternative. Charge Skewer is like okay. Triple Jab is kind of weak. Serrated Point, it's all right. Kind of, but in its own way, I guess. So now we get to spamming. Boom. That's one. That's one good dong right there. Thank you, Thanatos. Appreciate it. So it's gonna be pretty laid back. Oh, okay. We got a Chaos Gate, so we're gonna hope that we can get big special damage. If you don't get that, these one-button builds can be a bit of a struggle if you don't get some juicy help from Chaos, essentially. So let's see what we can get here. Undamaged foes, but special damage hurts me. You might be wondering, does this count for the Thanatos keepsake? In other words, if I take damage from Chaos, will that get rid of the Gadong from the Thanatos keepsake? It will not, actually. It does not count. Same thing if you're an Erebus Gate.
What else we got?
So let's roll here. Uh-oh. We got, like, nothing here. There's that. That's not that good, though. Let's try again. Ah, there we go. Plus 73%. We can just avoid using the attack, which should be no problem. I mean, Poseidon's special can work. It's not bad. The modifier's not too low. It's not the best one. We might hold out, though. I'm thinking we might hold out. We'll kind of see. By the way, if y'all got any requests, what you see in what you want to see from Hades right now, I know we talk. I ask a lot about like modded stuff, but even not modded stuff. If there's anything I haven't answered, or if you think things that, you know, not even questions about the game, so the things that you just want to see done. We can get the special offered. I'm thinking we might hold here. Let's see if we can get a better special than Poseidon. It's not bad. But we got 2 epic boons here. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Splash Dash is obviously helpful. Ares is not helpful. Yeah, we're gonna go and, well, you could get Battle Rage. Yeah, you know what? Give me Ares.
Here I come.
Give me Ares. We're kind of just holding up for either Artemis or Aphrodite on the special. Demon or Poseidon are okay. But yeah, if there's anything that you feel like you haven't seen from me or whatever, or want to see more from me, let me know. I'm down for it. I might respond with just like, here's a video of me doing that thing. Don't take it as like absolutely not, but just kind of in case you were curious. If I've ever done it, here's the answer, you know, kind of thing. We've done most things, but that's okay. Sometimes we gotta repeat and stuff. Hey, we got Battle Rage after slaying a foe. Your next attack or special deals more damage. That's actually great. Oh. Trials are pretty dangerous when I'm trying not to get hit. I've actually already spent a long period of time, too. Kinda. Zeus is on the right. You really don't want Zeus here. The thing is, I don't love the palm. I don't love the palm, admittedly. So why not the trial there? Trials are just sort of a pain, is the way I'm looking at it. And the boons that I could get from it are probably not that big of a deal. Maybe if I got an epic special from Poseidon, because I'm greedy like that, that would make it worth it. I'm just going to pump Battle Rage here. It's fine. Okay, Athena on the special works. Athena on the special works. She's fine. She doesn't have the highest modifier, but that's okay. Tombstone, don't hit me. Bonk, 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 bonk. We're gonna want special speed from Hermes, or the typical stuff like hyper sprint plus battle rage. Well, I can't be greedy and like roll it. But we got another Gadong. You take this. 87% to start. I did kind of waste a palm, you could say. But we also got that juicy special damage from Chaos kicking in now. And suddenly it's dealing a lot more damage. Without special, without something from Chaos, like I said earlier, these builds often kind of start to feel a little flat by the end of the run. What else could we want here? Artemis could maybe get us into Deadly Reversal. I could probably afford to skip that health. You do have this Than keepsake that'll help with the late game, you could say, when we get to Hades and stuff. Oh, I almost got hit by that trap. But I don't know if it's usually enough, necessarily. I'm not going to try to max out the keepsake either, which means making sure that you always... making sure that I take... all the combat chambers possible. Do 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 do. Okay, there we go. One palm on the spesh. One of the big questions for this keepsake is what happens if you take it off at some point in the middle of the run? You lose the bonus. You either want it on the whole time, or you probably don't want it at all. Technically, you can put it on like halfway through and retain the bonus to the end, but Tartarus and the same thing for Hermes' keepsake. Tartarus is usually the place where it's easiest to build these keepsakes up, though. You know what I mean? No Zeus. And the timer, oh, the timer's fine, but here's Hermes. Okay. Hyper sprint. Do we settle for the hyper sprint? Sure, we'll go big on rush delivery here. I know we see it. I could spend a roll. We don't need something to sell. I don't like the call, really. I definitely don't want the cast. We don't want to fill the attack because we want Artemis's attack for potential deadly reversal. So I don't think it's worth rolling for urge to kill. Okay, so far we have not been hit, I believe. We lost health to a Chaos Gate, but that's it. I make no promises about not getting hit for the entire run, but... Go away. Thank you. Woo! Okay, we're good. Athena coming in hot on that special. Yeah, putting Athena on... Oh, didn't see that. Rip that, I guess. Putting Athena on your attack or special... You probably don't see me do it too often, but it's actually a really safe way to play. You'll see me often shoot for Artemis, especially for a lot of builds that will utilize the attacker special. But Athena might be the better option for the average player, to be honest. You don't need to min-max damage necessarily. We'll take that because it's cheap and easy, just like me, you know.
Let's go up.
What is your best Christmas gift ever received? Tell me this. Riddle me this. Whether maybe it wasn't, you know, like the most expensive, maybe it wasn't, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be emotionally meaningful, but just like kind of like the best surprise gift you could say. Maybe. Come back. Okay. Bonk. I'm trying to think. So lava will disable the Than keepsake here, by the way. I'm trying to think of mine. Please don't get hit by things. Ooh. Ooh, Eurydice. Okay, that's actually really good. Since we already have hyper sprint. The palms are a little tempting. Oh, right, I can't put on Artemis's keepsake. Did I say that earlier in the run? I think I did. We could still get Artemis because we only have 3 gods, but we have to avoid any other gods as much as possible. Yeah, we'll take Nectar. Palm is fine. We like Palm. Palm, Palm, Palm. So we're hoping to get a high rarity rush delivery, and we got a couple rolls to try to make it happen too. Whew. What is mine? One that kind of came out of nowhere. And I think it just wound up being like a game I really enjoyed. Was a friend of mine just sent me the Witcher collection. Witcher 1, 2, and 3. I ended up playing like the Witcher 3 for hundreds of hours. Which I didn't really, like, I didn't think I had an interest in the game or anything like that. This is a while ago. As you can imagine. But I ended up loving it, really. Ooh, there's Artemis. Okay. Let's buy the pump first to try to make sure we get the special. Nice. Yeah, we'll go for Deadly Reversal and just take the attack. Pressure Points is possibly better in some ways. You know, I know it's a lot less crit chance, but we might not get Deadly Reversal ever, remember? What are some other big gifts? When the Nintendo Switch first came out, the missus went out and got me one. I think it was Christmas time. Or maybe it was my birth. My birth or something. And it's not like I asked for it or anything. In fact, I don't even think I brought it up. Ever. Because I would never expect her to manage to get one. And I would never want to, like, put her in a place to expect her to get one. Because at the time of, they were, like, really hard to get your hands on. All right, we gotta hope this last nectar gets saved. Boiling point don't do much. Okay. We have one more charge of the nectar. I'll save that for Hermes. But yeah, wasn't that nice, wife? It was very kind. Notice how both of my things are video games. Whew. Very thoughtful. So we've only lost one Gadong. We've really only been hit once, I believe. Sure. In case we do get rush delivery soon. Hoping we do. Do not. And I don't have money to buy Hermes, so we'll go this way, you know. Okay. So we're gonna avoid all gods. Damn. Battle Rage. Until Hermes. I mean, you could try to use that nectar for the possibility of getting deadly reversal, but rush delivery is way more impactful. Way more impactful. Oh, I got an idea for a video I think I'm gonna do. And it is trap boons in Hades. Boons that look good, sound good, make you want to take them, and perhaps that a lot of people mention are good, so to speak, but they're not actually good. And I have some thoughts on which ones they are. I may have even discussed this pretty thoroughly in some like on stream during videos and stuff. Why aren't I using the special to deflect? I don't want to bring them up now because I think I'm gonna do it. And I have ideas as to which ones I would consider traps, but I might not necessarily be correct, you know? I could actually... Oh, there it goes. I could be wrong. I could be wrong about them. So I can get out the DPS meter, basically, and kind of judge boons. And usually the reason why a boon is like overrated, so to speak, is because there are typically too many other boons you take before it, right? So you never get to take. You should never really end up taking this other boon because there's just too many other good options. You know what I'm saying? Nope. Or at least it would only happen very rarely. So I can get out the DPS meter. We can measure, you know, like builds with and without, and with the alternative that you'd probably should be taking instead, at least in my eyes. And we could see together, once and for all, the big diff. Okay. Best hammer here. I think you can... I can't seem to remember because I don't get to play specifically with this build often enough. I believe you can get charge skewer as is with this. I think there was a time where I thought that you could only get it if you took charge skewer first, but now I can't remember. I thought there was something weird about exploding launcher plus charge skewer, in other words. Now I don't know. Okay. Come on, friends. What do you got for us? Well, we didn't get anything good, that's for sure, so none of these get used. We'll take Flaring Spin to up the numbers for it. There's Hermes. Come on, rush delivery. Woo. So you can get an idea. Like, this is a very easy build to track, like, the numbers of, right? Like, you just see how much your special hits for. When I don't have Battle Rage, looks like it's hitting for, like, 209 most of the time. $209. 209 is the number to remember. I'm hoping to get Rush Delivery so we can figure out... I mean, we could get 100% damage. You might say, well, it's just going to be double that, isn't it? Calculations are a bit more particular. Like, why was that 234 in that moment exactly? Lord only knows. Okay. I should probably check on the Gadong meter, huh? No, Hermes.
Got anything else?
Oh, baby. Bonus damage based on any bonus move speed. Do, 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 do. Plus 32% from the Pierce Butterfly. We'll go this way. All right, so this is gonna get crazy good. Buy that, sure. We don't need Poseidon, really. Ares? We don't need Ares. We're trying to hold out for Athena or Artemis appearing. Okay, so I want to make sure I dash between now. 280? 280, that's it? I saw 400 bows, probably with Battle Rage. Battle Rage. So you might be wondering how to, I still get this question pretty often. How does Rush Delivery work exactly with bonus move speed and stuff? 280. Why is that so much? Why is that not as much as you think? That is definitely not as much as I would think. It almost makes me think that something fishy's going on here. I feel like it should be a very different number. So rush delivery is supposed to give you bonus damage based on your bonus move speed. We have hyper sprint. We also have, what do you call it there? Whoa, deflected, luckily.
Ah, yes.
And deadly reversal. We didn't get it. No.
Different set of choices.
Deadly reversal. Let's go.
Let's go, team.
Yeah, sure. We'll do Patty and skip a room here. Whenever you have the extra move speed from hyper sprint, you will deal the extra damage from rush delivery. So if I simply dash into specialing, I will get the bonus damage on it. As long as you have this up. Now, if the question is, if I throw the spear and the spear explodes after the movement speed has fallen off, I'm going to be honest, I don't know. I'm not positive, at least. I think the term might be it gets instanced, and therefore the damage will still be increased. As long as you have essentially sent it while you had it, the bonus move speed. Doo-doo. How much is our dash dealing? By the way, how much damage is our dash dealing? $382. Our dash deals like 200 something. 282. Is something wrong here?
In the name of Hades.
Did we find something weird? I mean, the damage definitely went up on the special, but just not that much. Meanwhile, our dash hits for 230, which is almost as much as our special. Huh. Without any of the other bonus modifiers. Watch out for the butterflies. We might have to look into this. Boop, 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 boop. Hey, buddy. I'm not getting a lot of crits, but that's probably because we're not going to be deflecting super often. Oh god, he almost got me. Okay. Special damage sounds nice. Let's make sure that that works correctly for us. And that's it, huh? Poseidon can't do a ton, but he's probably better than average. Do-do-do-do-do-a-doom. No. I guess Razor Shoals. Is it possible it's not being affected in some weird way? I mean, it's not normal for the game to exclude things like an exploding launcher. Some people might come to the conclusion this means explosions aren't affected by this or that. It's like, that's not normal, though. Okay, buddy. Let's see. Give me a no hit. Give me a no hit. Give me a no hit. It wasn't a no hit. Woo! Finally got a crit on it. Yeah, so pressure points might have been better just because we're not able to actually deflect often enough, perhaps. You know what I mean? Finish them.
That's one challenge.
The damage definitely went up when we picked up Chimera Jerky. There's no problem there.
Veiled in darkness.
I know, I'm going to be talking about this the whole time.
Enjoy the rest of your
The
existence.
rest of the run now. But something seems off. I feel like, for some reason, exploding launcher...
I guess word travels fast.
I feel like the special didn't go up the right amount of damage when we picked up rush delivery. That's how I feel. Thank you. Take more of that. All right, we don't want to swap that. It does seem to be slowly going up. Well, actually, yeah, it must have been going up since the Thanatos keepsake was put on, right? I guess I kind of wasn't watching it that hard.
No more debt to deal with at least.
Might have to do some sciencing here. Do. Let's see. No anvil. Big palm sounds good. Pressure points from the Artemis there would still be nice, or maybe even from here. Okay. So it's okay if you get hit in these tunnels with the Than keepsake.
No way.
I missed a gold pont. Tally mistake. Woo! Yeah, I mean, you know something's weird when the dash hits for harder, you know, at moments. I guess it's only hitting for 203, so maybe I'm exaggerating. Especially now we got double Chimera Jerky. But still, it's without the Chimera Jerky on, I feel like it's almost equivalent. Yeah, I don't really want to spend money on gambling like that.
Another one of those gigantic satyrs.
Ooh. Oh, rat got me. Dang. Lost it. Give me... Yeah, Hunter's Mark will work for when we do crit. By the way, we are at 40% on the Pierce Butterfly. We'll still search for a PP here now, I think.
It's a pleasure, Charon.
Support fire is not great here. We just don't rapid fire the special anywhere near enough. Pressure points would be way better. Thank you. Gonna go this way now. Okay. Even if there's something weird going on here, I can definitely say that this build is still like safe, cheesy, and very useful. I saw a 1206. I saw a 1206 out there. And just like a good amount of fun too. I think this one works pretty well. Yeah, 264. Is that all that hit for? I'm telling you, something ain't right.
Satyr sack already.
My alarm's going off here. Hydraulic might should be fine. Do we hit 300? We do.
Refreshing.
Do. You could anvil here. It could go very badly. It could ruin the entire premise of the run. I guess the base damage of the dash is a little bit higher of a 70, right? But we also have special damage from chaos that should be affecting it. Might have to do some experimenting. We might have to take a look at the code together or something. Well, I guess it wouldn't be together.
I can go.
You could go... Yeah, the thing is, there's really only one other hammer that would be okay here, and that's if you get charged skewer. But if you don't get that, we could have a really hard time. Well, would we have a hard time? You could probably just dash only him at that rate, but maybe that would be like a sour way to end the video, you know? Hey. Alright, I'll try not to get hit. I've only ever done that. Oh, okay, never mind. I've only ever done it twice before in my life, is not get hit in this fight with Extreme Measures 4 on. I believe. Oh, come on, Dad. The call does actually a lot of damage in this instance. Woo! There's also the fact... Oh, come on. Exploding Launcher actually has a very large AoE, unlike the regular Spear special. Woo! Okay, we're good. Ooh, okay. We still got Meg. I should have used Meg definitely earlier. I mean, we literally didn't pick up any health besides the darkness from the bosses, which is not common. Usually you're forced into health at least once, right? So there's something a bit different for us. Guess he's doing this again. It's okay, I'm not in a rush, Papa. Maybe I should see 277 with hyper sprint with rush delivery. 227 without hyper sprint plus rush delivery, it would appear. Do we only get 50 damage? Is rush delivery only affecting the base damage of exploding launcher here? I don't think that's normal. But I might have to ask around the Discord, and I'll try to put it at the end of the video here. Pretty sure that's not normal, but maybe I'm cray also. Whoa, Papa. Okay, I went in a little earlier than I should have. Okay, game. Here, this is gonna do a lot, actually. Well, maybe not that much. Go, Ares, go. I'm out of here. Oh, God. Oh, God, you're killing me. We still got Meg for phase 3. All right, we're good. This would be safe. I should say. Okay, we're good. Oh, I should have megged. That was the Meg time. There we go. Bum-ba-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Meow. Ah, Dad, how'd you do that? All right, sent him back. That was actually pretty rough. That was actually pretty rough. It was a challenge, to be honest. Athena maybe not do enough. Maybe. Huh. I still like the build, but yeah, you can tell what I meant at the start of the video. It feels like these types can fall off, and that's with quite a bit of luck, too. Behind us. So maybe I'm being convinced that it's really not the build that it once was in my mind. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? It's okay. We tried though. 73% special damage from chaos, right? Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. I'm gonna ask around and I'll let you know if this is totally normal. Is this exactly? It's what happened to be expected. You know, rush delivery just added on the base damage of exploding launcher. But then, like, even then, like, it doesn't feel totally right in a weird way. It just feels like it should have been much more in reality. But who knows? Who knows? Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And, yeah, I'll let Postan finish this off, I guess. Okay, so I've actually pulled up the code where the game determines how damage is essentially added all together here. And it's been a very long time since I've really thought about this. So it's my fault, honestly. Because, honestly, the game was fine. It was working just as intended. There was nothing wrong. I simply overvalued rush delivery. But I thought this would be a nice little lesson, I guess we could say. And I kind of needed it again myself, honestly, on how damage is calculated in Hades exactly. In fact, I've never personally looked at the code for this. This is available for anyone who has Hades on PC, by the way. The code is simply there. For most of the game, the engine is not just simply available, but they have all these Lua files that you can look at on PC if you have it installed. So anyway, here it is, and I'm not going to get into the nitty gritty, but it just kind of works like every other damage source in Hades. I'm talking about rush delivery right now. And what the game does, it takes the base damage of whatever you're using, and then it just simply adds all those multipliers together. It does not multiply them all together. It adds them all together separately, essentially. So here, don't worry, I've done out the math for us already. So let's pull up. Here's the video that I've recorded, of course, after the fact. I also spoke with some friends on Discord, just confirming some of the thoughts here and helping me out with this too, just because it has been a long time since I had to think too much about this. But what the game does is it'll take the base damage of whatever we're using, such as exploding launcher, of course, right? The base damage of 50, and it's going to take all the different sources from that, and it's going to add it together. So Athena gave us 140% additional special damage, so that's going to equate to 70 more damage. So you add that to the 50. So we can kind of do this all together. And this was the end damage that we saw at the end of the video. That was with rush delivery, by the way. And it's kind of hard to calculate this out because there's so many different places that you get little bits of damage here and there, but I think I found most of them. So we get the 50 from the base damage, then we got an extra 70 damage from Athena, right? Chaos gave us 73% special damage. That's going to be 36.5, right? We get family favorites because we had 5 different gods: Artemis, Athena, Poseidon, Ares, and Hermes. So that's going to be another 25%. So that's an additional 12.5 right there. We got the rush delivery bonus, which is simple again. 100% is just like another 50 damage, as we know. The aspect is 25% more damage as well. So that's another 12.5, just like family favorites. The keepsake was at 40%. I didn't show it at the very end. Sorry, I was distracted. But we showed it at the end of the last meaningful chamber, and that was at 40%. So that's another 20 damage right there. And then boiling blood, which we had in Hades most of the time, is 50% more attack or special damage, right? So that's going to add another 25. Boom, we get 276.5, which was exactly what we saw. So the game was working just as intended. Now, there is something special with movement speed, where movement speed is what we call multiplicative, which means that if you get additional movement speed from the well items, as we explained, it's gonna be a lot more, actually. All right, I spent forever trying to find the actual formula in the code that shows the calculation for Zagreus's move speed, but I just can't find it. I don't know where the hell it is. So I'm going to do my best to explain what multiplicative means, at least in this sense, is the terms that I know in Hades, at least here. Do not take this as like some kind of actual math lesson. I'm no mathologist. This is as far as I understand it. So here's going to be the difference from multiplicative versus the additive that we saw here, where you multiply everything by the base and then add it to the original base, right? 140% of 50 equals 70, and then you add those two together. It's not going to be like that. It's going to be stacking. So if we say that Zag's move speed starts at 1, as I'm showing here, you multiply that by 100%, then his move speed is going to equal 2. So you might say, so in an additive sense, if move speed was additive, you would take that 1 and multiply it by the 20% for ignited ichor. That is the consumable item you can get from Charon's Well. It adds 20% move speed. So if this were additive, you would just add another 20% of 1, so it would be 2.2, but it's not. That's not how this works, right? It's multiplicative. So you're going to take the previous number instead. You're going to multiply the 2 by 20%. So now it's going to be 2.4 instead of 2.2. And let's say you have 2 ignited ichors on your person at all times. You're going to multiply the 2.4 by you're going to multiply the 2.4 by 20% as well, which means that you're going to get 2.88, right? And you can see how quickly this increases the move speed versus if it were additive. It just keeps going very, very high. And then if you get greater haste or things like second wind, or if you have, I think the only aspect that has move speed is actually Zag's sword, but this is why multiplicative is going to be better. And it's kind of the only thing in the game that is multiplicative. So rush delivery is not multiplicative, just to be clear. The damage bonus from rush delivery is not multiplicative. It is the move speed that is multiplicative. So you'd want to focus on getting a lot of move speed if you can. Lots of rush delivery with lots of move speed is great, but it's the move speed that's going to end up being more important because you can stack it up so much higher. But you don't have a lot of different ways to get move speed in Hades. The ignited ichor item that I'm talking about from the wells is probably your best bet, but it's just not going to be easy. Anyway, I hope I unveiled something in the game. But most things in Hades, you can safely use this formula to kind of understand. Just replace the base damage with whatever you're trying to calculate, right? Like a fist attack, I don't know what the base damage is. It might be as little as 15 if I were to guess, right? You can do that and you can figure out how much damage you're going to get. But it's kind of easy just to compare everything, right? When you just look at them from percentages. There's more to think about when it comes to crits. It gets a bit more complex and stuff like that, but maybe that'll have to be a lesson for another time. Anyway, sorry if I led you on in the video for thinking that something was wrong when it wasn't. I'll probably add an intro to this. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe, I guess, and I'll see you in the next one.